Joel Manahan. I have with me today
Curtis Fjelstad.
Curtis is an industry insider, and he, by day and night, plies his way across the foamy seas at a place called Plan 9 Ale House.
Yarg, good sir, yarg.
Tell us a little bit about where you work and what you do.
So Plan 9 Ale House, basically, if you want to break it down, is you're looking at something kind of like a gastropub, but kind of taking the wheels right off the bus and going in a totally different direction. Basically, brew a little small batch system. Usually to get our beer on, it's kind of like having to pull teeth. But when we do get beers on there, it's usually beers you want to drink on like every type of day. So
some good beers. I can vouch for that. What are some of the names of some of your most recent award-winning?
Some of our scholarly brews.
Yes.
So one of the ones that we're most known for definitely would have to be Turd Ferguson.
Oh, yeah.
For those of us that don't know where Turd Ferguson is, go look up Saturday Night Live Celebrity Jeopardy. You might have a little field day with that one. Basically, it was an unfiltered brown ale, super easy drinking. Nothing too crazy about it, but kind of that working man's daily drinking beer. Some of the other ones was El Gordo.
Oh, yeah.
But not your typical Gordo. It's basically spelled like your typical gourd. So we basically made really nice pumpkin IPA that wasn't overly white girl wasted on the pumpkin. Just super easy drinking.
All right. So, we're just going to do a little interview here. It's kind of a few questions I like to ask all of the people who want to be on this podcast with me. Just
sounds good to me.
Generic questions about your violent past and dirty secrets, skeletons in the closet, things like that.
I am Norwegian. I am a Viking, so that works.
Yeah. And I'm German, so
we'll just leave 1942 out of this.
That's true. Yeah, good call. So first question, just simple. How did you get started in craft beer?
If I may go back to the wee old age of 17.
Oh my gosh.
I grew up in Escondido, basically. Yeah. So carry the one on that one, or twice maybe. Basically, when Stone got their big break with the gold old IPA, it was kind of one of those love it or hate it beers. From those times before, I was drinking the good old Miller Genuine Draft, or the better known acronym of Mexicans Get Drunk. Basically, I had a buddy that brought a 6-pack over to a party, had one, and I'm like, wow, this is really fucking bitter. And I decided, I'm like, let's give it another little taste. And it really did start growing on me. And then, with them bringing out their pale ale, Ruination, you've got Levitation, RIP.
Oh, yeah.
Some of their just like all old school beers. It was just like a really easy way to kind of get into it. And that's kind of where the snowball started rolling.
Okay. So kind of going along with that, what was like the moment that expanded your palate? Like, when did you realize that you were into it? Like, take us to that moment. Can you paint a picture for us?
To get back into the where I am nowadays of craft beer, the basic way I could put it was I was working at a little wine bar that was actually down the street from my current job. When Plan 9 Ale House opened up, they had a little beer called Leafman's Cuvée Brewed On. I never had sour beer before. It was kind of one of those like, wait a minute, this is actual beer. This isn't wine. This isn't Hawaiian punch. This is a beer.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I probably had about 4 or 5 to follow up, but it kind of really just like light bulb switch real quick in your head, and just started trying everything I could.
So it was pretty much an immediate thing then when you had that? Or,
Yeah, for the first couple of years after the illegal drinking age of 17, I decided that I was going to go ahead and start just try a couple IPAs, a couple pale ales. Sierra Nevada has been one of those kind of go-to beers over years. And I really feel like that was the one beer where I'm like, there's more than pale ales and lagers out there and IPAs. So it was kind of like, let's see what else is out there style-wise. It kind of just got a little too crazy, if you will. But
that's one of the things I really like about craft beer. Like, as opposed to wine, which I was into wine for a number of years before beer.
Yeah, I work for a winery, so I know all about that.
I was like, red wine is better than white wine, and like table wine is take it or leave it. But like, there's so many varieties of craft beer. It's like there's not dark beer and light beer. There's a whole
even the color beer nowadays doesn't mean
really mean
anything anymore.
Yeah, and when similar to you, when I discovered the first sour beer that I liked, I would say, it was like opening up a portal to a parallel dimension of beer. Someone, yes, please, yes,
that's
thank
some full on Stargate shit right there.
Here.
Yeah, we might have to have a little pour break here in a hot second.
As an aside, by the way, we're coming to you from Virgin Beer Company here in Carlsbad, California. Been open for only a few months.
Pretty cool place, actually. Yeah, I mean, within them being their first year, they're already kicking ass. So
they are taking names and then some. Yeah, and so if you're in Carlsbad, you get a chance right by the airport. Come down and visit Virgin. Thanks, by the way, Virgin, for letting us shoot a podcast video and audio here in your brewery. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to be. So, all right. So, what's a brewery right now that you are totally stoked on? You love everything they do.
That's a pretty hard one. I mean, for me, since I do work in this industry 5 days a week, it's really hard to kind of get out there on a day off. If I had to pick any brewery that I could go to, like on a typical day, as crazy as it sounds, Lost Abbey still has a little piece of my heart. Yes, Duck Dick.
Wow.
I heard the whole thing. Yeah. I got that stupid email that basically said, we sold too many, but I still got mine. I think they saw my size and they're like, fuck that. I'm not playing with that guy. But, I mean, Lost Abbey was one of those breweries, like when I first started going there, you could always find something on tap. Always had random tappings as well, and they still do. I mean, if I had to pick any other place besides that, I mean, I can't go wrong with Modern Times. There's not many places where I can go look at a wall that's covered in Post-it notes.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That looks like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson and Bubbles. That's an incredible... It's an incredible piece of art to see. So Modern Times, okay, what's one beer that Modern Times makes then that you think everybody needs to try? Everybody just should have it.
If you have not gotten your hands on Booming Rollers when it comes around, it's a seasonal IPA, and it's packed with a ton of Citra. It is one of those beers I could probably drink entirely too much for my own liver's sake. And it's an all-day drinking beer.
Booming Rollers.
You heard it here first. I say it. I stand by it.
I agree, dude. Booming Rollers. What season is that available in? What month? It's like 3 months out of the year.
That's gonna be their spring quarterly.
Okay.
So you usually see it start popping up around March, early March.
Okay.
Rolls through probably till about the end of May.
Since we're shooting this podcast in April, so it should be flowing.
We're in Booming Roller season right now.
We're in Booming Roller season. Go find it and crush it and get it. All right. So, in your opinion, now switching gears a little bit, what's your least favorite thing about the craft beer industry or the scene today? Like, what's the thing that irks you the most?
Oh, where does this list begin? That's the fun part.
Oh no.
We'll put it this way: I got back into the whole beer trading scene back in early 2015, late 2014. It started out pretty fun. I really did enjoy it because I actually had a very easy living expense. I did have the benefit of having to pay $250 to live at home with the parents. Yes, I did this.
Oh my God.
But I had a lot of excess money because I was working 2 jobs at the time. And I broke up with the girl I was with at the time.
Save money.
I saved a lot of money, I can tell you that much. But that money tended to go to beer, and I just thought to myself,
naturally,
there's a lot of beers from other places I really wanted to try. So I decided to get on good old Beer Advocate and start trading.
Oh, Beer Advocate.
Yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they want to shoot out some promos to us, that's cool too.
Yeah. Beer Advocate.
Basically started trading just kind of willy-nilly here and there. Got really good at it. And then the landscape of the craft beer industry has changed quite a bit.
I'll say.
For all of you out there that are out there to win any trade you make. Look in the mirror.
Oh no.
Right here. Look into the mirror and take your life and assess everything about it. Craft beer is meant to be shared. That is
Yes.
kind of the whole point behind this industry.
I'm gonna cheers to your empty glass,
Yes.
but
I don't have anything left. I already drank it.
yeah,
Sean is coming in with
someone's
a
bringing you a
super
Newport
clutch.
right now.
I like this.
Yeah. Now we can do it. Here we go.
Yes. Prost.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
Sahali,
I don't
by
know
the
what
way.
happened. What changed? Apparently, everyone is trying to take your firstborn child. I'm out here trying to pass on some good beer. Every place makes good beer. This whole fun game has really torn a little bit of my heart out. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, before
I'm
we
gonna,
get,
we shouldn't go any
I
further.
don't want to dig too far into that wound, but maybe But what's your favorite thing? Let's just switch it. What's your number one favorite thing about the industry / the scene today?
My favorite thing, hands down, is if you just take a look around at any brewery, you can literally just go up to random people you've never met in your life. I will do it myself. I'll go talk to you. I might bother the shit out of you. I don't care. But I'm here to spread some love. That's all it is. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear the same question. What was the first beer you ever had? I'll probably end up buying you a beer. That's kind of what this whole thing is all about. And I mean, that's the reason why I like this craft beer industry. I mean, I dare say the word love. It's one of those words you don't say often unless you mean it. Hashtag millennials stop doing this shit.
So where do you see the beer industry going next? We have dogs here. I don't know if you can hear them, but there's some ebullient dogs here.
Yes. But they're pretty rowdy, so I don't mind
They are.
them.
They're friendly.
If I had to say anything in the next 5 to 10 years that I would not be surprised happening, this may put me on a post here, but I dare say the craft beer industry surmounts the wine industry for sales in the Americas.
Ooh.
All of them.
Ooh.
North, Central, Southern, damn near worldwide. It's going to be hard to beat some of these French valleys, but there's just so much that you can do with craft beer. And we've really only kind of hit the iceberg, just the tip of it, just a little bit. I'm excited to see what happens. There's so many different experiments going out there with beer.
Yeah.
I mean, we just recently saw someone take a Randall and filter in a California burrito through a beer, which is kind of weird and disgusting.
Yeah.
But I think you and I both can attest.
Oh,
I'll try that.
I would try it, and it's definitely a step up from against the grain, doing a tidy whities through the Randall of the brown note. I mean it's definitely in a different level.
I mean, Rogue did the beard beer, where they took
I had
like
it.
a flora from someone's beard in the brew house.
I had it, yeah.
Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. It was a good beer.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was one of those easy drinking beers.
How strange. So hey, no. If someone's been listening to this or watching this and they're like, man, that Curtis guy, I just can't get enough of him. I need more. Where can they find you? How can they follow you? You got a Twitter or an Instagram or something or what?
I've got the Instagram. It's pretty easy. I'm a very large man. It's Big Kurt, BIGCURT 19X8. If you really want in-depth detail to that. Basically the two numbers I used to wear in hockey and baseball. Put them together, threw an X in the middle. Basically, yeah, you can find me on there. There is a little blog that's going to be starting up here shortly. You're going to find it very easy to read. I'm not going to be winning a Pulitzer Prize by any stretch on my writing.
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean,
you could.
Who knows?
I mean, there's a few people out there that have some pretty solid writing, but I mean, working in this industry for about 10 years now, you're going to find stories ranging from beers to just plain flat-out asshole people I have to deal with on a daily basis. Should be arriving here shortly. If you are going to be looking for that, you're going to be looking for Between Beers and Other Bullshit.
There you go.
Hitting an elementary school near you.
And we'll put that in the show notes. So if any of you guys want that, it'll be in the show notes on our site. So you just scroll down and you can get the links to that directly there. Curtis, Dude,
High fives.
yeah. Thanks for being on. This was a great little interview. I
fun.
appreciate you.
Definitely, man.
Tune in next time. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't even know. I can't wait to hear what I'm going to say.
I really want to hear it.
Thanks for listening, everybody.